Good evening, good evening, good evening, YouTube. Are we out there? Anybody got us? Can you hear us? Can you hear us? Hit me up in the chat if you can, real quick. Hit me up in the chat if you can, real quick. I've got an echo from one of you.
Yeah, you got an echo somewhere.
All right. If you've got a phone or something or another computer, can you turn that down? All right. All right. So we are good to go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another evening hanging out with Mom and Papa Joe's. Today, to start off this live stream, we're going to do a quick competition recap. I'm CJ from Mom and Papa Joe's. On the panel today for this recap is the Reserve Grand Champion from the Jourdanton cook-off last week. And then we got the family of top 10 finishers, I believe fourth and fifth place overall finishers with a brand newcomer to the scene. And I'm here to tell you, he exploded on the scene with a massive earth-shattering bang, something that blew everybody's mind and really stirred people up. Everybody was happy from him. So let's start off real quick, man, with some introductions. Let's start with Chris. Chris, tell us a little bit about yourself and who you are.
Hello, everyone. My name is Chris Davis. I am the pitmaster for Cross Rifles Barbecue. I am a retired United States Marine, and I actually work at a barbecue shop, and I love competition barbecue. It's a true passion for me. So
Chris, as we look back, what did you do before you got into competition barbecue?
I cooked in the backyard a lot. My wife actually got me, unbeknownst to me, she signed me up for my very first competition. And I didn't know about it until Friday afternoon that she had signed me up when she got home from work. It was an unsanctioned event. So she thought my barbecue was good enough to compete. So I was like, you know what? If she feels that way, I'll go compete this competition. Well, I showed up this little competition at a brewery in Katy, Texas, and showed up there with the little Oklahoma Joe and a Weber. And the guy come up to me and asked me what I was going to do with that. And I told him, I said, well, son, I said, it's like my grandfather always told me, just because you know how to pull a bass boat don't mean you know how to catch fish. He said, what's that mean? I said, if you keep talking, I'm going to kick your butt today. So I went out there and I got a first place chicken, a second place rib, and a third place brisket. Won the entire thing, and I was hooked from that point forward.
It doesn't take much. Before that, Chris, how'd you come up with your team name, Cross Rifles?
Cross Rifles, in the Marine Corps, all of our rank structure has these crossed rifles you see right here. So I'm passionate about two things, barbecue and my United States Marine Corps. So when I came with my name, my original name was Simplified Cookers. I looked at it, and there was about 20 different teams in the entire country that had Simplified Cookers. So I went to Cross Rifles Barbecue, and I've been there ever since. So all of our rank structure has it on there, so I decided to go with that. Awesome.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you for yours, too.
And let's move to the Milligans. Tim, we haven't had Tim on the show before, so Tim, we'll get a quick intro from you and Matthew. I think we've seen Jackie in the past.
Yeah. I've been cooking for probably about 8 or 9 years now. I started helping on the team, cooked with this guy for about 2 years, one of my co-workers. Decided I want to go out on my own, do my own thing, and started under a team name of Not So Bad Cookers. And first couple of hits was pretty good. Cooked under that team name for probably 3 or 4 years, 5 years. And then once Jackie got into it, it was like, okay, time to take a back seat. Let her take over.
I mean, in terms of taking a back seat, does that mean as long as she's there, you're not going to cook?
No. We've competed against each other in different cook-offs. But, we kind of bounce ideas off each other. And she's got a different flavor profile than I do.
As she should.
Most women do compared to men. So, it's good to have a different flavor profile, another team out there trying to do something else.
Absolutely. Matthew, the man of the hour. Too sweet to be sour. Talk to me.
Well, hi, y'all. My name is Matthew Milligan. I'm a primary cooker for Chupacabra #2. I recently came onto the scene. This was my third competition in the actual adult division. And kind of after this kind of competition, it just kind of piqued my interest a lot, and something I kind of really do want to do. Quick background is I've been cooking for about 12 years. I started off in the kids' queue with the pork chops. I started off in Kosciuszko. That's my first ever competition, and I placed, I think, 6th out of 85 teams, first grade. And I just got hooked on it ever since. I started doing competitions whenever he would go. And then as soon as I got older, I started doing senior division with state comps, and then I got even more hooked, and I just stick with it ever since.
It is something that will get a hold of you, Matthew, and it's hard to get out from the clutches of competition barbecue. Take us back to some of your first kids' queue. How old were you when you did your first kids' queue?
I was 6 years old, the first competition.
How old are you now?
18. I turn
You're
19
18.
next month.
Okay.
He's really 30.
Good.
He knows everything. He's really 30.
So you did your first kids queue at age 6. So you're looking at some 12 years ago, and now you are competing with adults. And guys and gals out there, this is what I'm talking about. This is the future of competition barbecue. I love the idea of young folks, starting with kids queue and then moving forward. It's a little tough for parents to really get their kids to hang on to that competition feel, because for the most part, youngsters don't take losing. I hate to use the term losing, but not going to the stage at every cook-off. Youngsters do not take that very well for the most part. So if they go a couple of times without getting the walk, you will hear them complain a little bit, and eventually they'll back away. So it's great to see somebody that is hung in there from the time they were 6 to now that they're 18. Matthew, talk to us about the way your entire cook went on Saturday. I mean, how much help or if any, are you getting from your parents? Talk to us about how your Saturday went.
Well, Saturday for me was not something new that I've experienced. Waking up early to start the fire and the injections, and then from there working on my plan for that day, so schedules, temps, and also check-in and check-out dates for my categories. From there, it's just been, I had a little notebook I wrote down all the stuff that they've both been doing ever since, and I just kind of remembered it like routine. So I guess what I'm saying is after a while, you kind of know what you're doing at some point or another.
Oh, it absolutely does. It absolutely does. Now, chicken. First category is chicken. What did you get in chicken?
Chicken, I unfortunately did not get a call.
You didn't get a call in chicken? All right. But then things started looking up. What do you think your problem was, if there was a problem with chicken? Were you happy with your chicken?
Chicken, I'm mediocre at best. It's not really one of my biggest categories I like doing a lot. It's just a little bit harder for me to do. It's always just luck of the draw and a dart on a dartboard when I think about it. But it's most I could say about it. But it's something I kind of really want to work at in the future. Maybe.
Hashtag stupid chicken.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know, I kind of feel like you, Matthew. Chicken for me is always the wild card. You know, with brisket and ribs, there's a little room in there, I believe, for error. There's a little room for play. But your chicken, if you want it to do well, top 5, it's got to be right where it needs to be. You know, you can't go 2 minutes too long. You can't be 2 minutes too early. It has to be right there. So chicken is always a wild card. And so many variables play a role in chicken. And the fact that there isn't wiggle room, like ribs and brisket, it makes it a difficult task. But just keep in mind, man, if you want to be a regular in that top 10 overall category, all 3 meats have got to become yours in some way, shape, form, or fashion. You know, it's nice to have 2 of them down, man, but if you can get 3 of them down on the regular basis, you're going to be in the mix at most cook-offs. All right, let's move to ribs.
I think, can I say something real quick, Clarence?
Yes.
I think you're on to something that takes a lot of competition cooks a long time to figure out, Matthew. If you are honest with yourself, truly honest with yourself about your barbecue, don't always think that yours is the best. If you're honest with yourself and you tell yourself, okay, this is where I messed up, and you go and you correct that the next time, it will help you out a whole lot.
Yep, without a doubt. Without moving the ribs, Matthew, how are your ribs?
Ribs, I think, were a lot better than what I've done usually. I remember my last competition in Can, I wasn't too happy about them, but I think I picked it up here at this past competition. Great flavor profile, and I got the right temperature on them, and it wasn't too dry or it was just complete roast. But I think it was a good combination I had this past weekend.
Awesome. Now, when you look at flavor profile for ribs, what do you think your end product profile is?
So for me, it varies, but I tend to stay with a little bit more of a milder rib with some pepper aftertaste. And I just doing a sauce that kind of complements that flavor at that point or at that competition. But for me, it's kind of what I think the judges might enjoy.
You always got to keep the judges in mind. You know, I try to remind folks, it's not about what you like. You've got to find something that the public is going to like. So we often don't like our own barbecue. But as long as the people enjoy it, that's what we're looking for. And then moving on to the big one. At the time you sliced and boxed, I don't know at what point you taste, but you made that first slice. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking at that point, did I run a marathon with this brisket or did I just sprint this brisket? That's why I think about it the most. I like to run a marathon more than I do a sprint. I like to think about it like that. From the moment I cut into that brisket, I thought, maybe it was good, but it could just be a little bit better, or it could have been just a little bit kind of finished at a point, to say the least. I think it was missing something. I guess I was just being too hard on myself, but every single time I cook brisket, I'm always don't like it at all.
Matthew, if you're going to be a good competition cook, you've got to become your harshest critic. And I think all of us are. We tend to really, really be tough on ourselves. And very often you're going to find that days that you don't like some things, those things are going to do well for whatever reason. No rhyme or reason, no explanation. But we tend to be very harsh on ourselves, and I think that's a good thing. So as we move to awards, Matthew, and you don't hear your number called in that first 5 calls, what are you thinking?
I'm thinking Well, you know what? It's probably not my day. I had slim chance of me getting top 5. That's what I've always thought every single time I do competitions. But I guess every single time I kind of learn from it. But as soon as I get to that first 5, I'm thinking maybe there's sun in this cloudy day. I like to think about it.
I like that. I like that. And we get to top 3. Still not your number. And then who gets called for second?
The mom.
Yeah, I don't remember. Who gets called for second? Boom. Mom gets called for second. Now, if you were to compare your brisket with mom's brisket, what would you say on that particular day? What would you say about those 2 briskets on Saturday, comparing the 2?
I'm sorry. What? I thought mine was just a little bit better. At that point, when I'm thinking second place, you know what? Someone else probably got it. There's no way it would be me. So I start talking with my other mentor that day. I invited him down there to come see what it was all about. And I joked to him, hey, wouldn't it be something if I got first place here and you're here at your first competition? And we both start laughing. I'm thinking, well, this ticket probably might not go. And as soon as he started calling numbers,
the look on his face is priceless. It's just like, did that really just happen?
I mean, it was absolutely pandemonium when you walked up there to that stage, Matthew, because the rest of us back there were just absolutely blown away. We were blown away. We were proud. We were happy. I mean, everybody loved the Milligans. Who doesn't love the Milligans, you know? And then to go 1-2 in a quality field of cooks, really, really meant something. And people loved it. We loved it. And, you know, I'm one of those, Chris. I'm one of those where, man, if it's not me, I hope it's somebody I know. I hope it's somebody that I have some sort of relationship with, because then I've got an awesome reason to celebrate. You know, big cook-offs, man, I'll bring a special bottle, and it's a bottle for celebration. And it's not necessarily to celebrate myself. If one of my buddies win, we're going to have a good time. We're going to have a good time. And that is how I felt about that call. So that was absolutely awesome. So thank you, Matthew. And Matt, I want you to hang in there. There's more to come. If you thought that was good, wait till you get that first GC. And you just got to stay on it. All right, real quick. We're going to move to the man of the hour, Chris. Chris ended up being reserve at that event. And I'm talking in today's competition world, Chris Finals, the walks that he had, the places that he earned would have won GC at probably 75% of the other events. You know, every once in a while, somebody has one of those days that is going to be hard to beat. But Chris had an absolutely awesome day. Chris, talk to us about your cook.
I felt I had a good cook. I was fighting the wind all day. And like I explained to y'all earlier, you know, I cooked my chicken at almost 600 degrees that day.
Woo!
Unlike most other people, I only cook one bird. I don't have anything to taste. There is no taste. You know, I have to be confident in that bird. Chicken historically has been one of my better categories. So I'm one of the few people that, you know, I don't think of it as stupid chicken. I think of it as if I get a walk-in chicken, it's going to be a really good day for me. So my ribs were on point. they were just money that day. I felt I could have taken them just a tad bit further, I think, with the wind and everything, but I was just trying to get them done. So My brisket, I felt my brisket was pretty good, but it could have just like my ribs. I think it could have went a little bit further. But like you said earlier, we're usually our worst critics. So I'm always my worst critic. If I don't like something, it usually does pretty good. If I do like something, it don't do nothing. So
it's tough. It is tough. Chris, now as you're slicing, you had a second rib, right?
yep.
Second rib. And you talked to me during the cook or after your cook about a gut feeling that you had. As competition cooks, we often get those gut feelings. We go with them based on something we saw or something we felt at that event. What exactly did you do? What was that gut feeling all about?
I cooked steak the night before. And when I cooked steak the night before I went and turned it in, I noticed that most of the judges were women. And I went back to my camp, and I rethought everything that I thought I was going to do on Saturday. And I decided to go really sweet. Really sweet. My gut told me to go sweet, and I've always listened to my gut. It got me through multiple tours in combat, and if my gut tells me something, it never lets me down. So I went sweet and really sweet, and it paid off. So I was asked by a fellow cooker, what I was doing, and I told him I had a gut feeling that this is what was going to hit today. And he said, well, if it does good, it does good. I said, yeah, it's either going to be really good or it's going to be really bad, one way or the other. And as barbecue cooks, all of us here know that we are some of the biggest gamblers out there. We're willing to take that chance every weekend. So I took a chance and it paid off. So,
well, awesome. Chris, that was in terms of grand and reserves, how many have you had?
I cook in a really tough region, just like Jackie.
Oh, without a doubt.
And So I cook in a very, very tough region. I have a ton of third place finishes. I only have 1 grand and I have 3 reserves. So, and I think it has a lot to do with where I cook at. I cook in Region 3, and Region 3 in IBCA is hands down, in my opinion, the toughest region to cook in, because you go up against the best of the best every single weekend.
Didn't you get a grand at Toys for Tots 2 years ago?
I did grand there. That was my very first grand.
Okay, all right. Yeah, I got a skunk at that one.
Yeah.
I mean, an absolute skunk, not even a final table.
But you reserved it the year before, though.
Yeah, I reserved it the year before.
You reserved it the year before,
yeah.
and that was CJ's first grand that year as well.
Yeah. He wrote a 0. Yeah, he wrote a 0, one of those things. Well, man, that is absolutely awesome. That is absolutely awesome. Milligan's, where are you guys cooking next?
I think we're going to be up in Concan at Neil's Lodge next. And then the later part of April, I think we'll be down. It's either going to be somewhere here in San Antonio or in the Valley.
All right. So folks out there, if you're at the Concan cook-off coming up and you see the Milligans, go by and say hi. They're going to take care of you. They're going to give you desserts. They're going to feed you Crown Royal.
It's a one-time thing for you, CJ.
Yeah. They will feed you Crown Royal. Say hi. Do not be afraid of them. They're awesome people. Chris, you're cooking this weekend. Where are you?
I am. I'm going to Hempstead, Texas. If anybody's watching, if you're a veteran, there's a great organization out there. It's www.texaschrome.org. And this is something that's very passionate to me. I'm a veteran and I suffer from PTSD. And this organization, what we do is we take veterans in and we teach them how to cook barbecue. Whether you're going to be a competition cook or you just want to be better in your backyard, we're going to show you everything you need to know to get you there, in hopes that it can give to those veterans, what it's given to me. So barbecue changed my life. It got me back on sorry if I get emotional, guys, but it got me back on the right path.
I understand.
Happy for you, Chris. Congratulations.
I
again.
absolutely understand. Chris, before we switch topic to pit builders, there's a question from John. Maybe I'm just misunderstanding your response to flavor profiles. I'm confused. I heard you say that you changed what you're doing to satisfy other judges. Please clarify. Can you expand a little on that for John?
Yeah, I can. John, I don't always change my profile, but there are times at certain cook-offs, where you have to. I was taught by a cook that's very respected in the state of Texas. His name is Kit Polk, that you have to learn how to read a crowd. If you can learn to read a crowd, you can play to that crowd. And when you play to that crowd, are you taking a gamble? Yes, you're taking a gamble, but it can pay off. And when it does pay off, it usually pays off very great. Now, am I saying to go and change your flavor profile all the time? No, sir, I am not. 99.9% of the time, I cook the same thing, whether I'm in Texas or Missouri, Oklahoma, East Texas, West Texas, it doesn't matter. But there are those few times, and this was one of those times that my gut told me. It told me to change it, and I did, and it paid off. So I hope that answers your question, John.
And I will tell you, John, it's not often that I go outside the norm because, man, my processes are so set in stone. That muscle memory that I have when it comes to competition barbecue, I really, really, rarely, if ever, stray from my path. But there was one time, I normally sauce brisket. I sauce brisket every weekend for a competition. And I look at the way the brisket, and this particular, it's only happened once. I just looked at the way that brisket sweat, the way that brisket felt when it was finished, and something just said, man, do not sauce this brisket today. Do not sauce this brisket today. And I had never turned in, once I started saucing, I had never not sauced once I started. And on that particular day, I did. And quality comp, I had a first place brisket, a GC. And after that, I went right back to my saucing. So again, it was just one of those gut things that you felt for whatever reason. It's hard to explain. But so that sauce is going to affect your final taste. It's going to affect your profile somewhat. But I don't think going a little less sweet is going to change your overall profile. I don't think going a little less sweet. All that could mean is a little less sugar in your wrap, a little less of your sweeter rub or something. So I don't think those are significant changes to where they're going to change your overall flavor profile. I hope that helps, John. Thanks for your question. All right, so be on the lookout for these guys coming up. So right now we're looking at bringing on some pit builders. These guys are some awesome cooks as well, but man, they're putting out some quality pits. And we've got two different versions of the pits, or two different types of pits that these guys build. They build them for competition cooks. They build them for restaurants. They build them for backyarders. So whatever you might be interested in, these guys can do something for you. I see one of them on. The second one has cut out for some reason, but he should be back. So I'm going to bring in James Brooks. James Brooks of Brooks Industrials Coatings. Mr. Brooks, how are you doing this evening?
Man, doing great. How about you guys and gals?
Man, all is well, man. All is well. You've been watching the show. What do you think about Matthew, man?
Man, just keep on going, young man. Keep on pushing. You got it.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah. We need more y'all young kids out there doing this, man. We got to pass it to the next generation.
Without a doubt. Yeah, without a doubt. Mr. Brooks, tell us what's going on, man. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm James Brooks from Round Rock, Texas, with Boss Barbecue. head pit master at Boss Barbecue. I own Brooks Industrial Coatings in Austin, Texas. We do a bunch of powder coating and plating and anodizing for semiconductor industry. I do a bunch of barbecue pits now, drum smokers, Brooks drum smokers to be exact, for many competition cooks and backyard cooks. We can help you out anything you guys need.
Awesome. Brooks, how long have you been in that business?
My dad started Brooks Industrial Coatings back in '86, and I grew up in this. I grew up in, doing paint, powder coat, plating, anodizing. So that's pretty much how I got started off in it. That's my background. For the most part, if I wasn't doing competition barbecue, I'd probably be doing drag racing because that's one of my first loves. So competition barbecue caught me by the hook real quick. So
that boy can't drive.
man, yeah, boy, I'm trying to tell you.
All right,
I was deep in it, CJ. I was deep in it, real deep. All
right. I'll come back to that. And then we have my man TC, Tyler Cannon. Guys and gals, I will tell you, I ran into TC, I don't know, 2013, 2014 in Waco. And man, we've been fairly tight. I never knew he owned a hammer back then, much less build a pit. And the thing that made me really do a double take and holler at Tyler Cannon was that beard that he had. Tyler, had I grown my beard then when we first met?
Yeah, you had a beard.
Yeah, did I? All right, yeah, all right. Yeah, mine was prettier than yours, but
a poodle beard, not a Santa Claus beard.
Mr. Cannon, tell us a little bit about yourself, man, and Cannon Fabrications.
All right. My name's Tyler Cannon. I'm with Cannonball Express Barbecue out of Glen Rose, Texas. I've been cooking competitively since about 2013. I work in the nuclear industry as a project manager. I've worked all over the United States. I've cooked all over the United States. 2 years ago, I guess about 2.5 years ago, the nuclear industry started slowing down. There were budget cuts. My cousin, who is one of my very best friends, is a fabricator. He builds metal buildings. We were talking, we've always wanted to do something. We just didn't know what. Well, one day we just thought, hey, let's open up a shop and start welding. Let's start putting all your fabrication experience together and my management experience. And I also have a background in fabrication as well. I've done tons of fabricating back in my earlier days. But we said let's build some barbecue pits. So we found a spot and went through the process and opened up a shop. And now here we are 2.5 years later, booked out 8 months. So rocking and rolling.
Man, that is awesome. And we're gonna get to take a look at some of your pits. But let me ask you, Tyler, first about the creative process. I understand that people come in there with an idea in mind, but if you're just looking to put out pits, how do you come about what you're going to put out? Nobody has come in yet and asked you for this particular pit. How are you going to build something that's going to attract me, that's going to entice me? What's the creative process like?
I think the creative process comes from trial and error. Being a cook myself, I try to think of things that maybe other pit builders haven't thought of. It's not easy to do, and they're just about everything's already out there. There's a few things that we're actually working on right now that I feel like nobody's thought of, that we're in the very beginning stages of building and producing, and those will be released soon. But it's just trying to get outside of your box, trying to get outside of your comfort zone. The best thing that's happened to us is getting customers that actually push us, that push us out of our comfort zone, that want us to do more, that ask for more. Those are the guys that have really helped develop us into what we are and where we're going as a company.
Awesome. So you're one of those pit builders that if I can imagine it, you and your crew can build it.
We're gonna do it.
Yes, sir.
We're gonna do our dangest to give you exactly what you've envisioned.
Yeah. What kind of numbers in terms of workers do you have in your shop?
We've had 2 guys. I still work a full-time job. My partner works a full-time job. We're there as much as we can be, but we have 2 guys that are there full-time, and we actually just hired a 3rd, and we're actually looking for a 4th right now. We're starting to get a little bit bigger. We've already outgrown our shop. We've got a CNC plasma table. We've got 2 welders. We've got everything that you could need to get in there and put together a quality pit. We've got some of the best steel providers, I believe, in the nation, if not the nation, the world. These guys they're on their money. If we need something, I can have it there within the next day, and they're bringing it all the way from Waco.
Awesome. Guys, gals, we've got some awesome pictures of some of the cannon pits to show you guys shortly. Our plan originally was to have Tyler in his shop, but they're so far out there in the sticks that only the crickets have Wi-Fi. So we weren't able to make that happen. But
you got that Prime phone.
Yeah, exactly. Mr. Brooks is in his shop. So we want to hear same thing from James. James, what are some of the equipment that you're able to powder coat and anodize, whatever that means, and handle? How large a piece of equipment can you take care
of? My oven can fit roughly 28 foot of material. So I've done big storefront beams. I've done big race car chassis and frames, a bunch of fence panels for homes and different business. I do a bunch of that also. Anodizing, a lot of that anodizing and plating is generally for the aerospace industry, which we do a bunch of work for. Raytheon and Boeing and Bell helicopter. But powder coating, we can do pretty much anything and everything when it comes to powder coat. We have a different array of colors to choose from. A lot of these the drum guys, they like to get the candy coated powder coat that we offer. That's one of the popping things. It's a nice color, man. You won't be disappointed. Chris got one, matter of fact.
Dude, I have seen that powder coat. And it is butter. I mean, it is so beautiful. The way the sunlight reflects off of it, it's absolutely beautiful. Guys and gals, if you're looking, you got that rusty pit at home. I've seen some of your pits. They need something. All right. I've seen some of your pits. Right. Holler at James.
We can get you
blast that thing and turn you something that is going to blow your mind. Yes, Mr. Brooks, we got a question for you, man. From JB, Trumpet Master. Trumpet Master is my man right here. All right, he wants to punch a competition cook in the face, but he and I we're pretty tight at this stage of the game. We're good to go. Yeah, oh yeah, I ducks. So Trumpet Master wants to know, can you take care of a few items for me, man? How does he get a hold of you?
You can call my cell phone or message me either way. Facebook. Let me know what you're needing. You can ask me now. You can tell me now what you have. I can get you set up with something. But the best way to get a hold of me is either through Facebook or the website, www.bic-texas.com. Email me what you have, and I can get you set up.
Guys and gals, I'm still learning this streaming system. I don't know how to put up links and all that yet. I just learned something today, how to share my screen with you guys. I'll be doing some of that, and we're going to make that happen. But James, he's got an RT700, RTB 380, and he wants the lids powder coated. I'm going to put you two together and make that happen. How's that, Trumpet Master?
Let me know, Trumpet Master. We'll get you set up, buddy.
So, James, before we take a look at some of Tyler's picks, man, give us a tour of your shop.
Cool. Let's do it.
If you got any of those quality drums in there, I know people want to see those drums.
Yeah, we got some drums here right now. Go to the shop and give you a tour real quick. We got a lot of stuff that's already powder coated as right now, as of now at least. But
You got my white one in there?
man, it's coming along.
He said it's coming along.
Coming along.
James, with as far as you've walked, you would have walked around my shop about 3 times already.
It's just the beginning. Let me see if I can flip this camera around for you guys.
Well, you know you ain't that smart.
Shut up.
There it goes. It's gone. There goes the camera. It's gone already.
Oh, here we go. You good? You good?
Yeah, there we go.
There we go. So that's one of the ones that's about to get powder coated as we speak. Well, tomorrow as we speak, it's going to get flat black. I've only got one available right now. This is some other parts that we sandblasted here and a bunch of material that we're going to paint tomorrow. We have a motorcycle parts right here. More lighting parts that we do for a lighting company. But here's another drum that's kind of tucked away for a gentleman, Randall Johnson, out in Ocala, Texas. We did it with a metallic gray with the red pipes on it. It's a little darker here right now. I ain't got all the lights on right now to show it off like I want to. But that's one of the drums right here. Low on drums right now because it's hard to get drums because they're having a shortage on material up there now, so it's kind of hard to get drums made up. But here's a basic tour of the shop what we have right now. Back here is where we do all the prep work. This is where we do all the sanding and whatnot. These are plated parts that we plated last week. We're about to put some paint on there for applied materials. This machine here is a washer where we put all of our material through, wash it up and get it cleaned up before we powder coat it or paint it. These are basic paint booths that I'm showing you right now. This funky yellow paint is a primer paint that we do for aerospace and defense. It's going to go out to the field pretty soon. Right here is our powder coat oven, which spans back 28 feet. Like I was saying, it's kind of dark. You won't be able to see the whole thing. The powder coat booth, of course, right here, which we have. We do a lot of powder coating at. We got more drums over there that's going to get powdered next week. I'm gonna walk back this way. Excuse the long walk. I gotta walk around this other side.
Man, that place is massive.
Appreciate it.
I'm telling you, you could fit 5 of my shops in there.
Yeah.
This is a cotton gin part that we powder coat.
Hey, wait. Hold up. A what? What did you say? Oh, hell. All right. I'm going to give you a pass, bro.
We ain't got to touch it. Back here where we have all the powder coat. We have literally, when I tell people we have thousands and hundreds of powder coat, I'm not lying. We have that much powder to choose from. So all these boxes that we see here are all powder coat colors that we offer, from red, green, blue, candies, transparents, more powder here, more powder there. Our logging station where we log in to track everything. Big gateway is powder coated. And also we do screen printing too. I don't do screen printing on shirts because we just don't do it. But we have capability to do it. We don't offer it. Back here is where we do our silk screening. Whenever a part gets powder coated or painted, a lot of customers don't want their logo on the part. So back here we do a bunch of screen printing too. So if your part needs your logo, company name on it, we can provide that service for you also. All this is just a screen that we fixture up for the parts to get powder to get silk screen onto. We do our blasting outside in the big blast cabinet. It's dark outside now, so it'd be kind of pointless to take you out there because ain't much you can see right now. But
hey, James,
what's up?
Maybe you should let other people know too. You also have the ability to powder coat pits, like full barbecue pits, not just drums. You know, I know you've done that for a few people. Oh yeah, I've definitely done that. I'm gonna walk back inside here. Look back around. Yeah, I've definitely I've done quite a bit of actual pits. I've done my actual pit that's on my trailer. 2 of my pits I've done for myself.
But
And if you guys, if anybody out there has ever seen Tom Fuentes's pit, Tom Fuentes's bully pit, powder coated, it is absolutely beautiful. It is absolutely beautiful, done by Brooks. So again, he can handle all your needs, folks. No pit is too large.
oh
No
no,
pit is too large.
And he's trying to grow a little beard too. Look at him.
Yeah.
Look at him.
My son is growing up.
I'm about to get
My
my Rick
son
Ross.
is growing up.
Hey, Rick Ross gonna be next summer. I'll have a full-fledged beard like y'all.
For you. Can you fit a
Hey,
gallon in there?
Brooks, Trumpet Master wants you to know, man, he's in Leander too.
Really? Okay.
All right, so he's right down the way, man.
Man, you're about 20 minutes away from me.
Yeah. All right, then we got another question. Do you do tours?
Barbecue tours? What was that?
I guess in the shop.
Oh yeah, we do. We do tours.
All right. Yeah. All right. Somebody else. I don't know. OSHA might have a problem with this one, John. I don't know. You need. Oh no. I thought he was talking about a tour, but he just said you need to do a live stream when you're working, when things are going on,
And
which I think is a good idea. Yeah, I like that. Yeah,
Looking
I
at what
like
James
that.
does all day right now, sitting on his butt.
Yeah, I like that.
Like
Hey, Bean,
Carl.
Bean say you're just hitting puberty.
man,
Hey, I don't know what that's all about.
hey, they better be lucky we got some kids on the show right now. You know,
Yeah.
had a young man come here.
All right, so folks, next thing I want to do, man, is because of Tyler's Wi-Fi issue in his shop, we're not going to get a live tour of that shop, but I've got some pictures, and I will let Tyler talk about these pits as I pop them up on screen. Give me a few seconds to see if I remember how to do this. All right, to share my screen with you guys. Give me a few seconds.
Dun, 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 dun.
All right.
That IT guy must be named Bean, huh?
Who's Carl?
Carl Jr., that dumb dude, CJ.
There ain't nothing junior about that guy.
Are y'all able to see it?
Nope.
Nope.
Y'all can't see a picture?
Oh, there we go.
There
There
All
we
right,
go.
give me another second. All right, hang with me, folks. Hang with me.
Looks like Raymond's pit.
It's there?
Yes, sir.
All right, so if it's there, Tyler, this is
This is a pit that we built.
right.
It switched images.
say again.
Okay. Yeah, this is one that we built for a guy actually up in New Jersey. He contacted me and wanted a pit. He owns a business where he owns a company called Eat Clean Bro, and it's kind of like Freshly and stuff like that. But he's wanting to learn how to get into cooking. So we talked for a little while, and he decided he wanted one of our 24-inch models with an insulated firebox. And I've actually got a guy that's a really good friend of mine that builds custom cutting boards, and he wanted to cut the cutting board mounted on the side as well next to the table.
Who built that cutting board, Tyler?
Do what?
Who built that cutting board?
It's a guy named Jourdanton Bain. He's right here in Glen Rose. Lives right down the road from me. I forget the name of his company because I've only associated myself with him. But I can definitely get that info for you. But we put this one together for him. It's double door, 24-inch by 52-inch main chamber. It's got the stainless steel shelf and features the high temp clear coat, which is becoming a favorite these days. And I love it. I think it looks great. I think it makes the pit pop, especially whenever you get a nice set of wheels on it like that. But yeah, we finished this one up and put it on a truck and sent it all the way up to New Jersey.
James
Sweet.
got those same wheels on his truck.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah, they tens, but I keep them clean.
You keep them clean, though.
Yeah, I keep them clean. Dude, that is sweet, man. Do you have the ability to build a insulated chamber? If somebody
To
wanted
build
it?
an insulated chamber?
Yes.
Absolutely, we can. And we've talked about it and we thought on it. We know how to do it. We're just waiting on the right customer to present that challenge for us.
Okay. Awesome. Beautiful pit, man.
This is another one that's very similar to that one. Actually, we built these side by side. They got different wheels. Other than that, they're basically the same. And this one actually went all the way up to New Hampshire.
Dang.
Sweet. And I will tell you one of the things that I miss once I switched from my Gator to the Jambo are those pull-out racks.
And they sure do make things easier.
Oh man, do they ever? Yeah, they absolutely do. All right, another beautiful
we're actually
pit,
finishing up a 1,000-gallon trailer right now that we're going to reveal tomorrow. We got it clear coated today. Final assembly is going to be in the morning, and then we're going to the owner Mark is going to be there to pick it up, and we're going to be able to post pictures of it. But it, along with one like this, features slide out grates like that, which to me is a big deal on a 1,000-gallon like that, because you're talking about 41 inches in diameter on that cook chamber. So when you have a pit rolling 250, 275, you're reaching all the way in the back. You've got 40 or 50 briskets going on. To be able to pull that rack all the way out and keep your face and yourself and your body out of that heat and out of that smoke, it makes a massive difference. It makes things a little bit easier.
And your beard.
That's right.
I will tell you, I was cooking on Gil's massive Moberg. I borrowed it for a benefit, and I'm cooking on Gil's Moberg on gravel. And I stretched into the pit to reach in the very back, and my feet slipped on the gravel, and I ended up inside that pit. Dude, I wasn't always this dark. Right? Yeah. So, you know the rest.
Pull that one.
But did you sauce?
Yeah, no sauce. Yeah, no sauce. So I absolutely agree, man. Pullouts are a must. Next.
Wow. That's nice.
That's a sexy pit, man.
Man, is it ever?
That's that same one, just on the back side of it.
Yeah, is it ever? Beautiful. And I'm a fan of square fireboxes. I will never own. Nothing wrong with them. They cook just the same. I just don't like the visuals of a round firebox. I love square firebox from day one.
And that's the way we do our cart smokers like that, where we have roll chambers. It's got a square firebox, and on the insulated ones, it's actually a square interior. But when we move over to like our propane tanks, our 250s, 500s, and 1000s, the firebox is square, but where the fire is held is in a 3/8 case pipe, a 30-inch or 24-inch pipe. So your fire's burning inside of a pipe, but you box it in and insulate the square.
So how much insulation do you have in there, Tyler?
On our typical model like that, it's got 2 inches of high heat rock wool insulation. But like on the 1,000-gallon that we're going to unveil tomorrow, it's actually got an air gap as well as 4 inches of insulation. I had a fire in it last Saturday and was running the pit at 300 degrees, and you could sit on top of that firebox. It's still cool as a cucumber.
Is that clear coated?
It is, yes.
How well does that clear coat hold up to the heat?
That clear coat is rated up to 1,500 degrees, so it should last for a long, long time.
Now, what size pit is that, Tyler?
That's our 24-inch model. It's 24-inch diameter. The chamber is 52 inches long, and then the firebox is 24 by 24.
Gotcha. Nice.
Man, beautiful.
I've got some great guys and great help in our shop, and they do a phenomenal job on these things. That's the same one, another angle of it.
Same pit. All right.
And they run very consistent. This is actually one of my favorite ones. It went to a guy just here local. He's over in Weatherford. But the way everything came together on it with the paint and the cutting board, the insulated box, he wanted the oversized wheels, stainless steel handles. It all came together, and I got a chance. I like to run a fire in most pits that we build prior to paint, just to ensure that everything's running fine. And this one was one of the ones that kind of set the tone for the rest of the ones we built. It was one of the first times we actually extended that chamber from 48 inches to 52 inches, and it made it look just a little bit longer, a little bit leaner. And man, it just helps maintain the heat across the board as well.
Does that one have the cutting board on it too?
Yes, sir. And that cutting board, most of the cutting boards that go in, they're double-sided, so they pop out. You can wash them, stick them back in, store them inside, however you want to do it.
Are you getting any work out of Brazos?
Oh yeah, Brazos stays busy. I stay in his ear all the time. He stays in mine. We like to bug the crap out of each other, but we love what we do, and we couldn't imagine doing anything else.
And you know what is awesome about these pits? What's perfect, I think, is they're small enough for one brisket, 2 racks of ribs for competition, but yet they're large enough for you to cook for a larger group.
Right.
So you're not hurting yourself either way. And that is what I love about the 2 trailer pits I've had so far. Small enough for a small amount of meat and large enough for to cook for groups. Awesome. Beautiful pit, man.
This is one. This is a 150-gallon tank build that we had. We actually built this in about a day and a half. We were waiting on some material, and we had this stuff sitting on the side. And I challenged the guys. I showed them a picture. I said, "I want y'all to build this for me." And I was actually intending on putting this on my back porch. I actually, they finished it, and I took it the next day to a cook-off in Granbury last October, and did really well on it. I think I had a first-place pork, 4th or 5th place brisket. It ran perfect. I loved everything about it. I loved the flavor that it gave the food, the really rich, the perfect smoke. It ran well, and I put it on Instagram, and I think I had about 15 guys saying, "Hey, I want one like that." And then
Awesome.
one guy that was just demanding was like, "Hey, I want that one." So I sold it to him. I put his sign on it. I put his sign on the gusset covers, and actually shipped that one down to Miami, Florida.
So Tyler, let me
Sweet.
ask you a question. Where your thermometer's on this right here? Why is it in that place?
Well, I didn't want to put it in the middle. This, like I said, this one was going to be my personal pit. I don't need to really have thermometers everywhere all over my pit. I can gauge by watching my meat, checking everything. A gauge is just kind of a reference point for me, because once I get a pit, I'll put my probes in. I'll figure out my hot spots, my cool spots, and I can do the math in my head, and I can know where I'm at each spot. So I chose to put this one down by the stack just because it's kind of low key and out of the way, and that's going to be the coolest point of the pit, and it's easiest reference for me.
So what you're saying is you're a better cook than James, right?
Whoa.
Well, I wouldn't go that
Whoa.
Shots fired.
Hey, look here.
James, I love you, dog. You know I do.
Yeah. This range is no longer clear.
Ooh.
This is actually one of my absolute favorite builds. We had a guy out in Mississippi, Jeff Jones, challenge us. He wanted a pit the same style as the Jambo. So this is really the first time we got out of our comfort zone. We fabbed everything from tip to tail on this pit, all of it inside and out. Had the paint job done by by Richard. He did a great job. Took a little bit longer on this pit than what we wanted, but in the end, we were able to give him a product that we were proud of and that we can stand behind. And just like the others, this thing right here is an absolute champion. I actually got a chance to run it a couple of times. Had to run it a second time just to make sure that it wasn't a fake because it ran so sweet the first time. I put a little bit of that roll up charcoal in there in a couple of splits, and it shot up to 300, and it sat there, and I was feeding it about 1 split per hour. So
Richard Lane painted that for you?
yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Man, that is like Kit the Night Rider. That sleek black look. I love it.
It does, and on the back side of this pit, we've got a big stainless steel custom built table that's his open storage cover, and it can slide out so he can access his storage. And he does a lot of Memphis and May cooks, so that's where he'll do his setups for when the judges come around.
Yeah, I love that.
And it features the chicken cooker grill on the backside.
Sweet. Man, are those reflections on those stainless steel, or is that built?
No,
into
that's just reflections. That's her shining.
Okay. Man, that's beautiful. Yeah, absolutely beautiful. And that chicken cooker is awesome.
Yeah, I didn't get a chance to fire it up, but I've got one similar to it that I've cooked on a couple of times, and it cooks like a champ.
Yeah. I like it.
Yeah, there's some more shots of her. Actually features some all-terrain tires, which I thought was a decent ad because I hadn't really seen that on very many pits before.
Yeah, because I need to take mine into the jungles. Yeah, you never know when.
That's right.
So how many pits do you have, CJ?
Easy, dude. Don't start anything.
I know one that he doesn't have.
Yeah. I've got a bunch of pits. Whoa.
Ooh.
All right, this is a transformer right here.
That's interesting.
Yeah, that's a square body we did for Ramiro. He is another guy that helped us get where we are right now and kind of pushed us out of our comfort zone on a paint scheme. He wanted to mix it up, and we looked at it and figured out how we would want to do it and gave it a shot, and I think it came out looking perfect.
Is that pearl white or is it gold? I can't really tell.
It's pearl white.
Yeah.
La Gordita, I like it, man. And that's a winch, right, on the front?
That's a winch, so he can load it on his trailer.
All right. I love a good winch. Easy. Yeah, calm down.
This here's one of our little grills, a steak cooker that's built specifically for that set of grill grates. And it comes with the grill grates. It comes with an expanded metal grill and with a griddle top grill. So you can change it out and switch up your cooking style.
So how tall is that lid? About 4 inches?
The lid, I want to say, is 5 inches, I believe.
Yeah.
So you can even do your spatchcock chickens in there as well.
Sweet, man.
Snapchat for you, Jackie.
Yes, Snapchat.
Yeah.
And
I'm not gonna even go there.
that's the same grill with the lid closed, and we run the intake similar to a drum, so they're kind of windproof.
Okay. Yeah.
This is one of my favorites.
Now I will tell you, I saw this pit at Buck's backyard, and I thought it was a disco. I didn't even realize it was a pit. I thought it was a damn discotheque.
Yeah, this one right here it's sweet. We've actually got an electric motor on it geared, so you pull that handle down and push a button and it'll drive itself.
And it's got LEDs. It's got speakers. What else does it have? A refrigerator?
Yeah, it's got a kegerator. It's got a bank and an ATM.
Dude, I am really impressed with what you guys are able to do, man. So again, ladies and gents out there, if you can think of it, Tyler and his team can probably put it together, and you're going to be happy with it. Beautiful.
Appreciate it.
Let's see the inside. Do we have pictures of the inside of that one coming up?
I don't know if we got pictures of the inside of that one or not.
All right,
I can pick them up if I need to. This is a 250-gallon trailer we built that actually
I need
went out
that pit
to
in my life.
California.
Oh, that went to California?
That went to California.
You ship, or it was driven?
We shipped coast to coast, but this guy actually drove all the way out and came and spent some time with us and picked his up.
Okay.
What's the diameter of that smokestack there? The exhaust. What is it? 5 or 6?
That one's 6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, I need that pit in my life, dude.
Hey, I know a guy that can build you one.
Man, that thing is nice.
Yeah, this one actually, I hated to see this one leave. I absolutely love the way it came out. I love the colors on it. I love how everything came together. There's so much room on the trailer for storage, and it like the others ran like an absolute top. And this guy right here, I talk to him. I still talk to Chris daily. He sends pictures every weekend on stuff he's pulling off this thing, and it's amazing.
I mean, somebody that buys this, are they vending or are they catering? What are they doing?
Well, I mean, you could cater on this one. It's a 250-gallon. It'll hold.
Oh yeah,
maybe 12 briskets, 10 or 12 briskets. But this could very well be a competition size pit as well as catering.
Okay, I'm digging it. And that stack splits, right?
That stack, we call it a collapsible stack, and that's so that you can pull it into garages or get it under tents or wherever you need to get it.
Does it lay back on the chamber?
Dude.
Does it lay back on the chamber, Tyler?
Yes, sir. And it's got a little stack saddle on there that has a clamp to keep it clamped down for transport. Y'all watch out for the one that we're going to post tomorrow, the 1,000-gallon. It's actually got standing from the ground to the top of the stack when the stack is up is 18 feet.
Wow.
That's a 10-inch stack.
Yeah.
Yeah, there it is.
All right, there you go. Yeah. I like that.
We like to give our customers the choice with our hinges, our gussets and handles. We like to kind of nail down a theme, whether it's circles or triangles or squares or something custom that somebody may want. We try to make everything flow together and theme the pit throughout with all those small pieces.
So I have a question for you, Tyler. Can that Dodge pull that pit?
Man, I'll tell you what, it about pulled the axle out from underneath it.
It's a beautiful pit, man.
It is. It's still one of my favorites.
Is that clear coat too, or is that this black paint from here?
No, that's clear coat. That's the high heat clear coat.
That's nice.
So do you
guys? Hey, folks out there, I must apologize. I'm still trying to play with this. I see I've got questions that I haven't gotten into. I'm trying to figure out how to show the questions while still showing the screen the whole 9 yards. I'm not sure if I'm doing that right now. But man, Trumpet Master had a great question that my lady just alerted me to, and there's several other awesome questions that I've been sleeping on. I'm sorry, guys. Bear with me. I'm still learning this. Can you mention some of the price range? And again, be aware, folks, that price range will differ based on some of the options you ask for, some of the options that you choose. So Trumpet Master, great question. Sorry that I'm just getting to it, man.
On a pit like this pit goes for $6,500. and of course has tons and tons of upgrading options. You could do the enclosed storage on the nose. You can add grills, Santa Marias. We can add and change just about anything you want. We can work with just about any budget.
Tyler, are y'all building those trailers too?
Yes, sir. We build
Yeah.
everything from the tip to the tail.
That's nice, brother.
I appreciate it.
Nah, loving it, man. Loving it. Loving it. Let me see anything else, man. Bean was asking, and I think you hit on it. Is that firebox insulated?
Most all of our fireboxes are insulated now. Our typical cart model pit, 24-inch by 52-inch on golf cart tires, runs for $3,500, and we do the insulated firebox for $500 more. And I really urge people to do it just because it helps with your fuel efficiency, and it really helps save the life of the paint or clear coat on your pit. It makes for a better product 10, 15 years from now in several ways.
And there's Gordo's testimonial. We appreciate it, Gordo. Thanks for watching, man. I can
Absolutely.
personally vouch for Tyler's bill. I love mine. That is
That's what we
awesome.
love to hear.
Yeah, that is awesome. That is awesome. Gordo also owns, wow, what do you know? Gordo also owns one of James Brooks's drums.
Oh, appreciate it, man.
All right. And maintains a consistent temp for hours. 275 is the honey money, he says. The honey money.
Yes, sir.
All right, I'm gonna have to use that one.
Yep.
Yeah.
Gordo is 100% correct on that. Both drums I have from James, man, they both 275 is the money spot for them. That's where they like to be.
Oh yeah, I cook a little hotter, but I mean 275 is pretty much that sweet spot for the drum.
And that's probably why you don't walk in chicken too.
Chris, you talking too much now.
Shots fired. These guys are brutal. All right, these guys are brutal. All right, move on. All right, this is just a different angle, right?
That's right.
All right, let me go back. Hey, so you could, in theory, put a second pit of the same size where that storage box is.
Absolutely. And my partner and I, Brazos, we've been talking about, we like this pit so much that's what we want to do is we want to build a trailer just like that with twin units on it.
Oh, that's sweet. Man, if and I know it's not going to happen, but my wife ever decided that she wanted to become a grill master, all right, we could get something like this, right?
You absolutely could. You're just going to not walk as much as she is.
What happened? What? All right, your ass getting cut off.
And
Man,
if you look inside there, there's some grates sitting within the bottom grates, and we call those our sausage racks. And what you do is you pull your bottom grates out, and
hang your
top,
sausage.
The top grates come out, and you can actually hang your sausage links on that sausage grate.
Mm.
My boy Bean needs this. He is a sausage. He's a sausage. Yeah, he needs this.
He's a gobbler.
Yeah, he's a gobbler. Oh yeah, absolutely. All right.
These are actually some little collapsible units that we just started building. They actually break all the way down, and we have holes through each piece that some bolts slide through, so you can pack it down and carry it with you, and it's easy for transport.
Wow, how much is that, Tyler?
$150.
That's nice.
Sweet,
And they
man.
make
That is
actually,
nice.
The bottom piece that holds the charcoal, there's actually 3 different levels that you can move your charcoal base from to adjust your heat as well.
What's the approximate weight on it, Tyler?
Oh, I couldn't give you an approximate weight, but if I had to guess, it'd probably be around 35 pounds.
That's not bad.
It's not bad.
And of course, it will be your name, your logo on there.
It will be my logo. If you wanted your last name on
No,
the
I'm saying the purchaser's logo.
Yeah, absolutely. We sell them
Yeah.
with our logo on it, but if somebody wanted one customized, that would not be a problem at all. We could do their logo, last name, whatever they want.
Would it still run the same?
It would actually, yes.
Yeah.
It's
All right,
super
I'm
easy
just
to
curious.
get on. I use a program called Fusion 360. So if it's a last name or a logo, I can hop on, digitize it, drop it into my DXF, and hit cut just the same as I can with just this same file. So
Sweet.
and this is actually a fire pit that's the same way. It's 24 by 24, and it breaks down and bolts together as well. And we have optional cooking grates for this too.
So you can have a fire pit and a little weenie warmer.
That's right.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Hey, you got a Christmas present. You got a Christmas present for your girl there, Clarence.
I'm serious.
And that's the fire pit broken down and bolted together.
Oh man, easy storage. Slide it onto something.
And it literally only takes, I don't know, maybe a minute and a half to take apart and put together.
Yeah. Sweet.
This is a unit that was our typical 24-inch by 24-inch square body, and he challenged us to make it a little bit bigger, so we made it 26 inches deep and I believe 30 inches tall. So it's got 3 big slide-out grates in it, and this thing purrs like a kitten and can do the catering style cooking. It's got 3 slide-out grates in it, and you can cook a ton of meat on this thing.
And this is like the one you built for Ace, right?
For
Ace Marquez, didn't you build one for him?
No, we built some drums for Ace.
Okay.
A drum cart for it. It looks similar with the wheels and tires, but no, Ace's was square body drums.
This is the one that Raymond Hernandez won in the raffle?
No, Raymond's was the one with the electric motor on it.
Okay. Oh yeah, he got some bad feet.
This one went to a Bob Wagner up in Illinois. He came all the way down and spent some time with us on it as well.
Yeah.
He took our 24-inch square body and started tweaking it and changing it and adding stuff and making it bigger and making it wider, making it taller, and it turned out phenomenal. And it's even got on the back side of it, it's got a big sign that says "Built in America," and it's got a big flagpole that he sticks in it and waves a big flag while he's cooking.
So that stainless door, what's inside that stainless door?
Inside the stainless door is it offers a little bit of storage, and then it offers your battery and everything that runs your radio and speakers and lights.
Okay.
And on units like this, it runs off a 12-volt battery, but we put what's called a trickle charger on the battery, and it's a smart charger. So if you're at home, you keep it plugged in, and you can run everything nonstop, and it won't overcharge the battery. But then you can also have the ability to load this up and go to a cook-off and run it all weekend on the battery without power as well.
Yeah.
Chris,
these little
that's
radios we put in there, absolutely, they jam. I'm telling you, they're loud and they make some noise.
Chris, that's where you and Brooks will store those underground homemade bootleg tapes y'all make.
And I'm telling you, put that mixtape in there, Brooks.
Yeah. My next tape was going to be about a man who pulled a hustler at a cook-off, thing that, somebody pulled a cab.
Don't be talking to me like that, Marky Mark.
Hey, man, Kevin Durant leg. Kevin Durant.
All right, and that is our last picture, Tyler. Man, like I said, those pullouts, I love them. Yeah, I love them, man. Absolutely.
How deep is this pit, Tyler?
That one is 26 inches deep.
Yeah.
And like I said, we have specific sizes that we have and we advertise, but I think we've got 30 builds on the books right now. And those range from sizes from 18 inches to 36 inches to 41 inches. I mean, we'll build whatever size you want.
All right, cool. Man. So, ladies and gentlemen, all right, let me get out of this. Let me get out of this and see if I can get back to the business at hand. All right. So I'm back, right? All right. So, guys, gals, you saw what these two gentlemen can do, man, for you. Competition pit or backyard. Hit them up if you need something. Hit them up if you need something. And I've got somebody that I plan on bringing in who had one of James's powder coating jobs. And I was hoping he'd be able to bring some pictures to show you that. But he came in and left. Stupid Bear, come on back real quick. Yeah, Stupid Bear, come on back real quick, and I hope you've got some pictures.
Pinche Tom.
He's trying to find his bucket hat.
Yeah.
My God, and too.
You know, I can't vouch for Tyler's pits. I've never cooked on one of Tyler's pits, but I cook on James's pits week in and week out, man, and they are phenomenal machines. Outside of a gateway, it's the closest thing you're going to get to that as far as drum smokers, and it's a phenomenal piece of equipment.
Very consistent pits, man. Some of my good friends have them. Patrick Wiltz and Randall Johnson and Bill, Benny and Gil was some of the first ones to start using them. They took off on them real quick. So
that is awesome.
Good machines.
Yeah. Matthew, what do you cook your chicken on?
I personally like Weber. That's what I learned using. And that's what I've been sticking with. That I love from Weber.
I'm one of those. I'm a firm believer, man, that with that Weber dome, it is absolutely perfect for chicken. And the versatility of a Weber cannot be beat. You know, direct grilling, offset grilling, smoking, it does not make a difference. You can configure a Weber to execute based on your needs. So, man, that is a well spent $99.
I think Weber's
as a pit builder, I could not agree more. Honestly, I couldn't.
Weber's probably one of the most versatile pits out there on the market. It's just a phenomenal piece of equipment. I actually I went to the American Royal with Phil Breeden 2 years ago, and he gave me one job. My one job was to cook pork. I cooked the 4th place pork at the Invitational on a damn Weber. That's how good those pieces of machine are.
I do not doubt it one bit.
Yeah. Brooks, what's the lead time on the pits or the drums?
Right now, it's a little bit extended out, just off the workload we got in house right now. I'm about 2 weeks right now on building drums from start to finish. Right now, if you order now, we can probably get you out. Like I say, right about 2 weeks. If it's candy colors, I try to extend it out just off of the difficulty of painting those. But right now, time is 2 weeks.
All right. Do you have the small 30-gallon drums?
I don't have those. I've been going to be going back pretty soon to the chicken coops, which are a little bit smaller drum. It's a half drum basically, and those are fitted for a Weber lid or dome lid, I should say. Also, too, with the 55-gallon drums, I'm going to start going back to using dome lids versus the flat top lid, just like what CJ said and Tyler said. I think the dome lid just does a lot better. But pretty soon, those are going to be rolling back out with the dome lids.
Yeah, awesome. John says, man, y'all need to collaborate and show out. John, I really, really love that idea, man. And as I get into this YouTube and the live streaming, and I really get to understand my way around the program, man, I've got some things planned where I'm gathering people and we're cooking live and doing some things. And I will absolutely be reaching out to these awesome guys and gals, man, to make things happen when this COVID thing is under control. I absolutely think it's a great idea. People can learn from it. And if you're not interested in cooking, You will definitely enjoy watching some of these guys and gals do their thing. Absolutely great suggestion. Love it.
If you're like
Absolutely
Tyler,
love
whenever
it.
you drink, you put your pinky
Yeah.
up, it makes you smarter, right?
Yeah. And we've got my man on board right now, Stupid Bear. And I was hoping he'd be outside next to his bully pit that James Brooks powder coated so you could see it. But he's not. He's inside. And I asked, he's inside with his hat on. I don't know what's wrong with these guys with all these hats on inside. And I absolutely believe it's because their heads on are pretty as mine. So they got to cover them up. Yeah. What's up, Tom?
What's going on, fellas, ladies?
Man, all is well. Adjust your volume. You're weak again. Yeah.
Hey, Tyler, enough of this barbecue pit showing off, man. Let's see some of your ninja slicing skills, man.
Hey, come on with it. I can do it.
Right?
Dude, hey, folks, I'm telling you, if you have not seen some of Tyler's slices, especially on brisket, some of his sliced pictures on brisket, you would think that they were fake. They're absolutely perfect. They belong in magazines. I don't think they're edible, but they're pretty as hell. He has some of the prettiest pictures out there. Take some time and go check out. Tyler, are they on your Facebook? Where are they?
They're on my Instagram.
They're on Instagram. Check out Tyler Cannon on Instagram, and you will see some of the most beautiful pictures you have ever seen. I don't know why. I think he's got professionals filming.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Tyler, but didn't someone copy your pictures a few years ago and put them on their restaurant website?
They did. They were advertising my brisket on their restaurant.
Yeah.
Yeah, that turned into a fiasco.
Yeah, nice pictures, man. Hey, listen, I don't have my pit here. I keep that in my brother's house, and now I would show you some pictures of that awesome pit that I got made from or painted, from James. Man, this dude, he really killed it. I remember taking it out to the shop. He was just gonna sandblast, do a black paint on there and something really simple. And I got there, and he's looking at my pit, man, and then he looks at me and he's like, "Hey, you trust me?" I'm like, whoa, dude, what you trying to do? What you trying to do? Come on. And yeah, man, that's how it happened. So I went back, after a couple of months, and he had it done before, but it had a little deal with the family here. So I went back and picked it up, and man, that pit is amazing. He did a powder coated a drum for me that I had that was given to me. It's not a Brooks drum, but it's painted by Brooks. And I do own one of those little small one of those small drums, right? What'd you call it, Brooks?
Chicken coop.
Yeah, chicken coop. Yeah, man. Those things they're awesome. They're awesome, man. It's it's got the Weber lid on it and stuff. Works great. I've taken it once to competition in Wharton, and it was like, man, it cooked really awesome. But that's another extra item, that I took. So I like it for the house. I cook. But James, that work that he does is really awesome, man. It's awesome job, yes, sir.
Awesome. Hey, Tom, Marcus said, looks like you got a fresh tan. Where in the hell you found a tan this time of year?
Vegas, bro. Last week was there for 5 days.
Oh, you were in Vegas, huh?
I was in Vegas 5 days, yes, sir.
How many of those days do you remember?
Friday.
Which Friday?
Yeah, I think we got there around 1 o'clock Monday, and then and that's all she wrote, man. Okay. By the way, fella, you guys, congratulations this past weekend, Matthew, the Milligans, congratulations, Chris, CJ, yourself, man, you guys kicked some butt this last weekend, man.
Nah,
Congratulations.
they rocked it, man. They absolutely rocked it. You bring back any money from Vegas?
No,
Did
man.
bring back money?
We
Yeah.
lost roughly about 1,900, but it's all good. It was on our expense paid trip, so we're good, man.
Man, ain't nothing like a good vacation, bro. Nothing
Oh,
like
yeah,
a good vacation.
Absolutely. It just, you know, we had fun, man. It's just we left San Antonio behind. I didn't even, you know, we just went out there and had some fun, man.
Yeah. All right, guys. Anybody, any last minute questions, man? Let me see. Did I miss any questions? Give me 30 seconds to check through this list and see if I missed anything that somebody asked.
I got a question for Matthew.
All right.
How much for your brisket recipe? Yeah.
There's
Go
the
watch some
stupid
Disney
beer.
or something.
There's the stupid beer.
Oh yeah.
All right, guys and gals, I want to really thank you, man, for hanging out with us tonight. Wait, hang on. I think we got one more. I'm just getting it. All right. Folks, one more time. John, appreciate it, John. Hit us up with your social media again. How can any potential clients get a hold of you, man? Thanks, John. Let's start with Tyler.
For us, we have a website. It's www.canonpitsandfabrication.com. The website needs to be updated, but we're on Facebook as well as Instagram. Instagram is at Cannon Pits and Fabrication, and you can just search Cannon Pits and Fabrication on Facebook. You can find all of our info there.
Thank you, Cannon. Guys, I promise you, I'm going to work on this to be able to add links to this to this screen, the whole 9 yards. We're early in this stage, man. Hang on, bear with, put up with Mom and Papa Joe's growing pains, and we're going to make this thing happen. We're really going to make this a thing. Hang out with us. Mr. Brooks.
My website's www.bic-texas.com. My Instagram is at Boss Barbecue. Excuse me. And Facebook, just type in James Brooks. You'll see me, man, and you can reach out to me, message me anytime you want to, and we can do business.
Pimp Daddy
Folks,
Boss.
I am telling you, you hit these guys up. Tell them CJ sent you. Tell them CJ got a little bit of juice with these guys. Tell them CJ sent you. You'll get $5-10 off. I'm telling you right now. All right, they're gonna take care of you. All right, hit them up. What's up, Gabriel? How you doing, buddy? That's my man Gabriel right there. Tom, where are you cooking next? Oh, here
Not
we go.
sure, man. Carfest.
Yeah,
If I can
whatever.
find something before Carfest, I'm trying. I will, but I think I'm looking towards Carfest for sure. So I'm hoping I find something before that.
Man, how can you not find something before then? Tyler, what you got on the calendar?
As far as cook-offs,
Yeah.
man, I tell you what, I'm just waiting on this baby to get here. We got a baby due in a couple of weeks, so we're playing the waiting game.
Dude, do you have TV?
No, hey, you cook, you build pins.
No, I'm serious. Do you have TV?
We do. I've just never watched it.
Obviously.
Hey, guys and gals, Tyler and I go back a little bit. You know, I went to Tyler's neck of the woods a number of years ago, spent the night at his house, met his family, got to know the wife.
Room.com.
Yeah, hey, come out that way. All right. And Tyler, was your wife pregnant at that time?
I think we had just had one.
Yeah, you did have a baby. You did have a baby.
We had just had
And
our first.
man, that seemed like such few years ago. Tyler's on number 7 baby right now. Right? Yeah. Dude, I mean, he is. Tyler is on it.
I want his stimulus.
Like Phillip Rivers, bro.
Yeah, Tyler. My man. Dude, I did not know, man. Congratulations, bro.
Yes,
All
sir.
seriousness. Congratulations.
I appreciate it.
Yeah. Dude, but we have to hook up, man. It's been a while.
Right.
Last time I think I saw you, Tyler, was World Foods.
I think I saw you at Danny Dietz a couple years ago. The last Danny.
Oh, yeah. We did hook up at Danny Dietz. That was 2
Tyler,
years ago.
Are
Yeah.
you coming to Danny Dietz this year?
Am I going to Danny Dietz?
Yes.
That's in September this year, right?
September. It's on September 11th, man.
There's a good chance. When is the Royal this year?
The Royal's going to be the following weekend.
Because I know we've been out once this year, and I got my invite to the Royal from that one. So I'm going to start putting all my eggs in that basket. I've got a lot of builds coming up. Going to be spending a lot of time. I know I'll be doing the Royal. There's a few between now and then that I'll be going to. I just hadn't mapped it out yet.
Are your buddies from Australia coming down for the Royal this time?
No, Australia's still locked down, but they're in a travel ban until 2022. So
Awesome. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to call it a night. Hey, folks on the panel, man, I really, really want to thank you guys for hanging out with us. Our fans, spectators, you tune in. Thank you so much for hanging out with Mom and Papa Joe's and these awesome pit builders and pit masters. Do not hesitate to stop into their camp at any cook-off, including mine. Guys, we are not opposed to entertaining you in our camps at a cook-off, because that's where most of you are going to see us. We are not opposed to entertaining you as long as you come at the right time. So do not be a stranger. You see us out there at cook-offs. Stop in and holler at us. If we've got time, we will definitely sit down and talk barbecue. Backyard.
Can I say something about that, Clarence?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So I want to say, a lot of people, especially the guys who are just getting into barbecue, they think that most of us, are stingy, and we won't share, we won't talk, we won't help you out. And me personally, I found that to be, it's not true. It was probably my 4th cook-off I did. I cooked right next to you, Clarence. And after rib turning, I thought I nailed my ribs. I thought I did. I went to you and I let you try my rib. And you told me, you said, man, your flavor is there. He said, but your texture and your tenderness is off. Me personally, I thought I nailed tenderness, And you told me, he was like, well, did you temp your ribs? I was like, yeah. I was like 207. He said, you told me you got to take that a whole lot higher than that. So I didn't walk in ribs. You walked first place in ribs of that competition. So I went home, and the first thing I did when I got home was buy a rack of ribs, and I cooked them. And I practiced to nail that temperature, And when I did, I took it to the next competition. The very next competition, I hit a first place rib with it. So there's a lot of people out there that will help you out. So
yeah, that is awesome. Guys, there are cooks that aren't going to entertain you when they have the opportunity are far and few in between. 99% of barbecue competition cooks are really going to take care of you if you approach at the right moment. If they're in the middle of slicing, they're in the middle of wrapping or something like that, then yes, stand back and allow them to do what they do. But when they get a break, I guarantee you they're going to entertain you. They're going to answer questions. They're going to give you hints and ideas, anything you might need. So do not hesitate. This sport that we love, this sport that we do, we want it to grow. And I don't care what sanctioning body you're interested in. We want them all to just bloom, man. We want this to go on forever. So we need to bring new bodies in. We need to bring the young folks. That's why I'm so happy with Matthew's performance last weekend, because kids, youngsters like Matthew, I'm not going to call him a kid, youngsters like Matthew are the future of competition barbecue. You know, old guys like me, I'm only going to be around another 50 years or so, right? So at some point, I'm going to come to an end. And that's where Matthew's going to step in. He's going to take the pebble out of my hand, right? Right, grasshopper.
Did you say 50?
Yeah,
Say again?
Can I say something real quick?
50 or 15?
Yes, absolutely.
So quick thing, I just want to say thank you to you all for supporting me. This is something I really want to continue to, hopefully to his age.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's something I like to do a lot. And I think it's something I think it's always going to remember me. I just want to say thank you also to my supporters too, Chupacabra. Alton Perry has been a great help to me even when I was in Kids Queue. And then also this past weekend and prior weekend before, Meat Hustler with Andy Lugo. He's great help. He helped me out with meats this past weekend, hooked me up easily, and I think I couldn't have done without those two. Another thing is I look up to each and every one of you. Tom, CJ, Builders, everyone else. Congratulations on Grand Champion, Reserve Grand Champion, you two. Hopefully, I think I can get to one of your two shoes. I'm looking forward to that reserve or that
you're
Grand
gonna get
Champion.
there, Matthew. You're gonna get there, and pretty soon, and more, because you got two great mentors right next to each other, and of course, all of us, man, and everywhere barbecue family, barbecue family. So a little tips here and there, and you're gonna get there, man, real soon. I see it.
Matthew, I'm gonna extend this invitation to you, dude. If you're at a cook-off with your mom or your dad, if you're not cooking and I am there, come to me and I will help you with chicken, dude.
Thank you. That means
I'm gonna help you after the cook-off. I'm not gonna help you during.
I'll help you during because I ain't scared. I'll do
it. Hey,
just don't ask James Brooks for no help with a mixtape though, because that ain't gonna happen.
Hey Matthew, always stretch your calf muscle at cook-offs.
Tim. Hey, Tim. Somebody said hobbits live to be 200.
Oh, Clifford the Big Red Dog. What clown?
You already know who that was.
No fishing, no cooking, fool.
Who needs enemies when you have friends like this?
All right.
One last question, man. Someone wanted to know how close you are, Tyler, to the airport. I'm telling you, Granbury is in the sticks.
The closest airport's DFW, and we're about an hour and 15 minutes from there.
Cool.
All right, so I don't know if Gabriel was talking about shipping or flying in or whatever the case might be. But you say you're about an hour out.
About a little over an hour.
All right. And if he's talking about flying in, I remember when I went to my Jambo, I flew into, I think, Dallas-Fort Worth, rented a car, and then drove about 45 minutes to go see Jamie.
Yeah.
All right, so he might be talking about something like that.
Yeah, he's not too far down the road from us either. I'd actually go through Jamie's neck of the woods to get to the airport.
Okay, awesome. All right, guys and gals, man, I don't want to keep you any longer. I absolutely appreciate you guys for watching. And everybody on the panel, Chris, the Milligans, Tomas, my boy, Ty, TC, my boy, Brooks, my man. Hey, love you guys, man. Let's hook up on the competition trail and make things happen. Thanks, you guys, once again for hanging out with Mama and Papa Joe's. We will be doing this again next Thursday. Come on back. Y'all take care. Sweet. Have a good evening.
Hey, Chris, good luck. Good luck this weekend, Chris.
Appreciate it, Tom.
Good luck, Chris.
All right, guys.
Appreciate it, bro.
See ya.
See you guys. Thanks for having us.